This is Sophia. Welcome to part 3, clinic information. Now let's talk about the clinic and what to expect. Most states in the USA require you to print and sign a consent form at least 24 hours ahead of time. You can't just call for an appointment and have an abortion the next day in the USA. Sometimes 2 visits are required, especially for surgical and if you require a dilation. Normally, you have to print a 24-hour consent form, and let me show you an example here. It has all the information on abortion, so you know what to expect and that you are sure of your decision. Now, anytime you're in the clinic, you can say no. You can decide that you don't want to do it before the procedure, and they let you know that there are other options. You can decide to go at any time. Some clinics even have escape routes in the bathroom, or if you ask a nurse, so you can exit the clinic safely, especially if you feel like you're doing this against your will or being forced to. Most states may also require you to wait 30 minutes before taking the pill or having the procedure done. And if you decide to up and leave, you can. But there's also a counselor that makes sure that you are confident about your decision. Even in Canada and the UK, there'll be a counselor, and if you're not sure of the decision, they'll provide you with other options and resources like parenting and adoption. Now, Planned Parenthood specifically is not just an abortion clinic. Most of them provide other services. I went there to get my abortion, but it was the only Planned Parenthood clinic within around 100 to 200 miles that provided this service. So most of them don't even offer abortion services. Women came from around 3 other bordering states to get to this clinic that I went to. The first step is to call and make an appointment, and they'll let you know what to do from there. When you walk into the clinic, you have to show your ID, so bring that. They take your 24-hour consent form, then they give you paperwork. What is this paperwork? I had to sign like 4 things. First of all, your name, your birthday, your last missed period, an emergency contact like a friend or family member. I had to initial several things, agreeing to the information provided like types of abortion or explained, agreeing to have an ultrasound, also patient rights and HIPA rights. For example, you have the right to know the name of your service providers, things like that. After 20 more minutes, I was called and had a bracelet with my name and date of birth on it, like an ID bracelet. And I was called maybe 20 more minutes later. So I was here for 40 minutes already waiting. And nobody could come to the back except other patients. No one could go in with me. My partner could not go in with me. But in other clinics, sometimes they'll let somebody come back with you. This has been part 3, clinic information. Now let's move on to part 4 of my personal experience, more about the clinic procedure and also my home experience, what happens with the pill. Thank you for listening, and let's move on to part 4.